going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do. You know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Everyone is in their seat and buckled in at the American Airlines Arena as the Heat look to grab a win here in Miami. Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against the Hawks in Atlanta. And only a single... For Miami, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Stoudemire with a screen on Curry. Freak kicks to Anderson. And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Warriors trail by 4. Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and you know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Thompson passes to Green. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Leandro Barbosa is checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Curry. Now here's Freak. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Green dishes to Freak. 5 on the clock. Unloads. Can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Oakland.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaged them. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Barbosa's shot is off. So the Heat, their last game, a win against the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, more than anything else, I think three-point shooting was the key, the catalyst, if you will, in that game.
Yeah, it's really a nice weapon to have because it makes things easier for you in other parts of your offense when you can knock down the three.
Here's Stoudemire. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. Here is Livingston. 11 points last game. The dish now to Azili. Green against Barbosa. 6 on the shot clock. Green with a screen for Barbosa. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Barbosa's got his first points of the night. Miami's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Freak kicks to Green. Pass to Freak. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. And he gets it to go.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Livingston kicks to Green. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And that's 15 points for Draymond Green. Miami trailing. Freak with it. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50%. From deep so far tonight. Barbosa against Green. Now here is Barbosa. Defense right on him. Missed inside.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic. All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angles.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 1. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know. For the Warriors, Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Green comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Freak in at point guard. Winslow is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's Anderson in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Miami shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Here is Livingston. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers made some terrific plays. He had 6 points and added 3 rebounds as well. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
Livingston, no luck. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that. Did you?
He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. Here's Thompson, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Freak. The Warriors have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
You know, their percentage has dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
And he makes the first.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Anderson passes to Freak. Banked in off the glass. Freak's got 9.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
The Warriors lead it. Well, Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. Do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense. So that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
And both free throws good from Freak. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first half. Anderson outside. Shot clock at 6. There's Freak. Miami no good on that time either. Here is Livingston, and the wide open shot from Green. From outside, off the mark. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The Warriors on top. They're up by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Coach, how have you been able to get your offense?
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
New group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Freak subbed in for Goran Dragic. Different look here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Draymond Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.